We had a survey that we did just recently where we found that over 90% of Brazilians want to use AI in work, and they think it's actually going to make them more productive. And of that 91%, what we're seeing is 68% of them are actually using AI today, every single day. So 68% of Brazilians are using AI every single day, which is great, but what's interesting is the companies aren't training them. So only 31% of companies are actually training their employees on AI. What that is telling us is that Brazilian employees are going in and saying, I need AI for work. Even if my company won't catch up, I'm willing to invest my time to learn the technology and adopt it very quickly. So for us, that's been a huge kind of decision for us to invest heavily in the Brazilian market because it's saying this audience wants this product. Brazil has a competitive advantage right now where your audience wants to use the product. Enterprises should support that, and if everyone is more productive, you get better output across the team. For the future of AI, everyone's talking about agents today. I think it's the early start. So everyone, when they talk about agents, it's manual agents. It's, hey, go to a website, click on this, order this food. You actually have to do another action to make the AI work. Where Reed believes the future of AI is going to be is automation. So right now, when you're in a meeting today, you might have some questions that come up. Well, we can actually go to your emails, we can go to your messages, we can go to your files with your permission and actually answer that question either during the call or after the call so you have context. You don't have to ask, hey, someone already asked a question. I don't need to then ask the AI a question to go find that information. Reed will actually pull that information in right away. And I think that level of automation is what is required. And then longer term, the future of work and AI is going to be more TikTok than it is going to be search or chat. On the search or chat, you have to type it in, you have to know what you're missing. Versus with AI and agents, it can go in and say, hey, I think you should reply to this client, or hey, you should read this article because this applies to a project that you're working on, and then you'll see a feed and then you'll swipe right, swipe left. But once you swipe right or left, then you can add additional content. So that person in the middle is still critical. In the US, we're seeing 1 in 5 meetings that we join via Reed AI, the host or the participant who uses Reed AI doesn't join the call. Because a lot of times you might have meetings where you're like, hey, should I be there for the whole time? But they're talking for an hour and I only care about 5 minutes. They send Reed AI in their place. And again, the future of AI is about this knowledge, and we call it a knowledge graph. So the ability to actually connect the data becomes very important. So from a knowledge graph perspective, if you and I are talking today and then I have another conversation somewhere else, you don't get to see that information. But if I decide, hey, we work in the same team, I want to share those meetings with you. Now that information goes into your knowledge graph. So when you do ask a question, when we do decide to deliver content, we can actually reference both pieces.